NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From American Airlines Center in Dallas. Tonight, the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota begins the game with the basketball. Russell to Teague. And he's going to the line to shoot two.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Here's Barea. They trail by 2. Doncic. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Jordan Bell trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 68%. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Mavericks with the basketball. To Luka Doncic. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. Russell with it up top. Up 5 to Teague. Runner here. Won't go. Lets it fly from long range. Missed it. To Luka Doncic. To Gortat. Can't connect from in close.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Teague. From the painted area, won't go down. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Jeff Teague, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Dallas owns the basketball. Doncic. To Lee. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Russell to Teague. Wide open look won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
To Gortat. Doncic. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jeff Teague at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. The Mavericks signal for timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
Availability is limited, so you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. To Seth Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
To Hardaway. And the rebound taken by the Wolves. To Teague. To Towns. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. To Nowitzki. Seth Curry. Hardaway defended by Towns. Porzingis with the slam.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Napier with the basketball. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. Karl Anthony Towns. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Brunson to Hardaway.
Dallas Mavericks, number 13.
Brunson to Nowitzki. shot from in close, no good. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Just not going down. Desperation shot here from half court. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Timberwolves enjoying the advantage. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Dallas has it. Doncic to Brunson. Sizing up the defense. Brunson to Lee. To Brunson. Nowitzki. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Brunson to Luka Doncic. Fires the three. And the rebound taken in by the T-Wolves. To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Here comes the screen. Karl Anthony Towns pins it. That's out. Last touch by Karl Anthony Towns. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Doncic to Gortat. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Has a look. And the rebound gathered in by Towns. Russell into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. They get it down for Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one. Dallas with the possession. Brunson to Lee. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Russell with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Towns. Has a chance. Scores from the post.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Brunson to Lee. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Minnesota Timberwolves, number 2, Jordan Bell. Subbing in for
Russell
number 11,
to Towns.
Hardaway Jr.
Karl Anthony Towns. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Hardaway. Trying to cash in. Rebounded by Russell. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Mavericks with the possession. Doncic to Porzingis. Takes stock of the floor. To Luka Doncic. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. To Luka Doncic. Has a look. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Russell into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Towns. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Here's Barea. His guys down big. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Try from the baseline, but it won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Timberwolves dominated this matchup from the opening tip, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Mavericks may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game traffic. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible job of adjusting to the flow of the game. They're also lacking effort in their execution.
Player of the half.
Karl Anthony Towns was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Here's Barea. Down a bundle to Seth Curry. Taken by the Wolves.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Seth Curry to Gortat. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Russell. Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Here comes the screen to Gortat. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Marcin Gortat sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Towns, down low. Rebound taken by Gortat. To Nowitzki. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here we go. Here we go. Right.
To Nowitzki. Nothing going here on that drive. Seth Curry to Nowitzki. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. Russell to Towns. Not that time. To Seth Curry.
Hey, watch this screen, man.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Who needs Steph? Who needs Dell? When you have Seth.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Here comes the screen. To Towns. Five to shoot. Here's Towns. Knocks it down off the step back.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Luka Doncic. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Down low Towns. It's rebounded by the Mavericks. To Luka Doncic. Lee. Taken by the Wolves. Shot from the lane.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Here comes the screen. Russell. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He missed it. To Porzingis. Doncic. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Minnesota with the basketball. Russell to T. Here comes the screen. Probing the...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Has a chance. The shot, almost. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. 3 quarters complete as the Timberwolves enjoy a nice cushion so far. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the 4th quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Deep 2 there. Won't go. Napier with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. To T. Jeff T. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Hardaway. Here's Nowitzki. Down low. Nothing going here on that drive. Count it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
He gets it.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Brunson to Nowitzki. To Porzingis. Jumper's good.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Minnesota Timberwolves, number 34, Noah Vonleh. Subbing in for the Dallas Mavericks, number
Teague. Porzingis for two. Offensive rebound. Yes, Marcin Gortat. With that, he's 5 for 9.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Napier with the basketball. The lead stands at 9. Oh, he had it. To Brunson. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Marcin Gortat.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. New blood coming in for both sides.
Minnesota. Into the game for Dallas, number 30, Curry.
Towns. From the painted area, won't go down. Towns to Russell. Not that time. Karl Anthony Towns snatching it out of the air. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Jeff Teague. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Doncic to Lee. To Luka Doncic. Dallas with 4 to shoot. For 3, Luka Doncic, marked man. Shot altered and no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Towns, picked up by the Mavericks. Lee. Nothing going here on that drive. And the Timberwolves have the rebound. Russell into the front court. The lead is 11. To Teague. That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves got themselves a win here today, and the defensive intensity made all of the difference. They were committed to staying aggressive, forcing turnovers, and being disruptive on their way to victory. The Mavericks just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Karl Anthony Towns blocked plenty of shots, but the stat you don't see is how often he forced opposing shooters into tough shots that resulted in misses.
goal.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Check out the upcoming games for the Dallas Mavericks. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Sacramento Kings. Kings begin with the basketball. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets a shot up off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
And the basket good at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Pulled down by Dedmon. It's Sacramento ball. Hield. Guarded by Robertson. Steven Adams. Tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. To Paul. Trying to cash in. It's no good. Great defense. Fox with it. Looking to make something happen. To Bagley. Barnes against Adams. To Hield. Shot clock winding down. Deep two there. Won't go. Paul with it up top. He'll run the offense. Ooh, Chris Paul. Missed his first. That one goes. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Knocked loose. Dedmon matched up with Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. On the basket, but a shot won't go. Fox across the timeline. They trail by 2. Barnes to Fox. Driving right to the basket. Shot by Fox off the mark.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. For 3. Oh, that's how it's done.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions. Sacramento.
De'Aaron Fox. To Hield. De'Aaron Fox. To Hield. Has a look.
Defensive foul to number 21, Andre Roberson.
Buddy Hield at the line for 2 shots. A career 86% from the line. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Probing the defense. Ferguson. Here comes the screen. 4-3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Fox into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
To Paul. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Ferguson fires the 3. That misses with 3 seconds left. Shot from 3/4 court is good. He buries it. Who does this guy think he is? Few would take it. He drills it. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Doesn't get the bounce. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Steven Adams rejects it. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. The touch at the rim. Count it.
There you go. I like seeing the scoring coming from unlikely sources.
The Thunder have the possession. Paul. Can't connect from in close. Corey Joseph against Nader. Lets it fly from long range, and that's rebounded by the Thunder. Paul across the timeline. They're down 3. To Schroeder. Gets to the basket, but it's no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Chris Paul at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Kings have the basketball. Down low for Barnes. Harrison Barnes. He's 2 for 2 now.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Young Island now. Number 23, Terrence Ferguson.
Schroeder. Rocking the rim.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Corey Joseph against Schroeder. Not that time.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Nothing going here on that drive. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one, count it.
Subbing in for Sacramento, number 24, Buddy Hield.
2 for 2 on that trip. Count it.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Down 2. Wayne Dedmon snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
It's the Kings now with the ball. Buddy Hield to Harrison Barnes. Takes stock of the floor. Has a chance. Harrison Barnes. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Ferguson. Reset here. Let's see what they do. The screen sets him up for two.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Joseph with it. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Here comes the screen. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Marvin Bagley at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Yes! A 3 at the buzzer. And this is all tied up as we reach the end of the first half. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Thunder find themselves in a tie game after 2 quarters. The long-range shooting has been outstanding, and if they can keep it up, it's going to open up more things for them offensively. These are the guys getting buckets. The Kings are basically starting 0-0 to start the second half. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
Roberson did everything but score points in the first half. He can't claim a single point that was scored by his team, but he can claim quite a few of the three-point attempts. It's been a disastrous game for him. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Thunder with the basketball. Paul to Adams. Probing the defense. Can't miss those. Healed against the elite defender, Robertson. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. To Barnes. Deep two there. Won't go.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
I told you the screen was coming.
Paul. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Fox, guarded by CP3. To Harrison Barnes. OKC ball. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Adams down low. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Into the front court, it's Fox. His group now down 2. Oh, he had it. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Paul. Down low Adams. And the Kings secure the rebound. Fox with it. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Hield. Here comes the screen. Buddy Hield. And the rebound comes to OKC. To Paul. And the rebound comes down to Sacramento.
Defense, let's go.
And scores. Strong take.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Thunder with the basketball. To Paul. Surveys the floor. Paul down to Adams. From the outside, no good. Fox across the timeline. Tie game, third quarter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Paul to Schroeder. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Just off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Bogdanovich picked up by Paul. To Bagley. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Now Adams down low. big man, Steven Adams. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Fox into the front court. His guys can get a 2 for 1 if they time this out. Here comes the screen. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Paul into the front court. Shot clock off as they search for something to narrow the deficit. A shot at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The Kings are out in front. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect from in close. Has a look. The shot, almost. Steven Adams, huge block. That's his third block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now 4 for 6.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Corey Joseph, defended by Robertson. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice finish at the rim.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
The Kings will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
New blood coming in for both sides. To Barnes. Bogdanovich picked up by Adams. To Harrison Barnes. And a throwdown. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Adams. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Into the front court. It's Fox. Leads 3. Bagley. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dwayne Dedmon pins it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Barnes cleans the offensive glass. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Here's Schroeder with it. The margin standing now at 7. Here comes the screen. Schroeder down low Adams. And the rebound taken in by Sacramento. Fox with it. He'll run the offense. To Hield. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Harrison Barnes. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Oklahoma City's got it. To Adams. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Danilo Gallinari trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Sacramento ball. Hield, guarded by Robertson. To Fox. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. The Thunder will use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence.
Turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
Gilgeous Alexander. Gallinari off the mark. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First try at the line, no good. He missed a pair of free throws. Deep two there, won't go. It's the Kings who get the victory as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Kings got themselves a win here today, and some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Sacramento Kings. The Thunder couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Rebounds.
The Oklahoma City Thunder struggled for position throughout the whole game when shots went up and gave up too many rebounds.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Oklahoma City Thunder. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Smoothie King Center in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans playing host to the LA Clippers. The opening tip to the home side. Pelicans with it first in New Orleans. Ball to Holiday. Down low to Okafor. Nice pass to set things up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
It's LA Clippers ball. Here's Leonard for two. Deep two there, won't go.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Ball to Holiday. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Team foul.
Paul George, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Ball with it up top. Leads just a point to Holiday. Ball. Good look that time, but off the mark.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Green, get over.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in L.A. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in L.A. now. I don't know if Patrick Beverly's right on that one. To Holiday. 5 seconds to shoot. Has a look. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. George to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Oh, he had him there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. Lonzo controls the offense. And it's Harrell who comes away with the rebound. Beverly into the front court. They trail by one. Leonard to Marcus Morris. And the rebound comes down to Ball. Couldn't keep it in. Off Lonzo Ball. New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions, Los Angeles.
Paul George. They'll get it down to Leonard. Turns and slams it down.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Holiday in possession. Down by one. To Redick. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. 4-3. Good for 3.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard to Williams. Leonard to Williams. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. It's PG for 2. Paul George missed his first. That one goes. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Williams to Leonard. To George. Leonard. Williams. His first effort off the mark. Deep 3 at the buzzer. So we're through one here at Smoothie King Center with the Pelicans on top. Jay and I return with more from the Big Easy. After this, you're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Yeah, both teams have came out. They play with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Nothing going here on that drive. PG lets it fly. Paul George, he is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Holiday controls the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's his second time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Holiday in possession. Down 3. To Redick. New Orleans down to 4 on the shot clock. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Harkless to Paul George. Has a chance. Paul George. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5. Holiday controls the basketball. They're down 3. To Redick. The screen sets him up for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for New Orleans, number 3, Josh Hart.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Holiday. Can't connect. Harkless. Here comes the screen.
You see it.
Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
I got him. Here we go.
Here comes the screen.
2 minutes remaining
Hart.
in the second quarter.
E'Twaun Moore here against Harkless. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Beverly into the front court. Leads 3. Nothing going here on that drive. To Beverly. Here comes the screen.
Yo, clear out. Watch the cutter, man.
Beverly. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Holiday in possession. He'll run the offense. To Josh Hart. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, L.A.
Beverly to George.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
The assist from number 2, Lonzo.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. George lets it fly. That's rebounded by New Orleans. Marcus Morris able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
George to Marcus Morris. Oh, he had it.
I got ball.
Knocked loose. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
And finishes strong.
The assist from number
Late heave to beat the buzzer. So a tie one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Pelicans are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Clippers didn't have a problem offensively, but I can't say the same thing about their defense. This kind of offensive output can be difficult to maintain, but if they can do it, it'll be very impressive, no matter what the outcome. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
Jahlil Okafor is providing all of the evidence needed to show that rebounding starts with positioning. You don't need to be the strongest man on the court to have a chance at a rebound. Of course, it doesn't hurt if you're the strongest man out there.
Who was cold?
Beverly hasn't been able to get his shot to fall yet. There's just no way to avoid getting called out when you miss every single shot you take. He hasn't been able to get anything to drop. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Leonard to Paul George. Trying to cash in. Shot by George, misses.
I got ball. I got ball. Watch cut. Watch cut.
Here comes the screen.
Hey, big screen right there. Big screen.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down 3. To Leonard. Fires the 3, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
It's Pelicans ball. Not that time. The follow won't go either. Another follow stays out. Kawhi Leonard. Rebound taken in by Favors. Lonzo with it. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
To the line, shooting 2.
First one goes down.
Oh, yeah. Get your money. Get your money, man.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Beverly into the front court. His guys now down by a point. To Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George. Paul George. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Ball. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Leonard to George. Here comes the screen. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Holiday to Ball. Down low to Okafor. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Here comes the screen, and he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And he connects on the first free throw.
New Orleans. Entering the game for Los Angeles.
And gets both to drop at the line. Pelicans basketball. Holiday. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Beverly. Shot from the lane won't go. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Beverly to Leonard. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming your way.
Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 6 now.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Holiday in possession. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter.
1 minute left in the third.
To Redick. Shot won't go. Here comes the screen. Paul George to Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
The Pelicans will take the timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Located near section 104.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
I'm here. I got ball.
Holiday to Josh Hart. Knocked loose. Hart, tough matchup against George. Strong finish for Paul George.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Twenty-footer at the buzzer. Drew Holiday. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come. This quarter's in the books. The Clippers have the lead. It's the Pelicans with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter, and that third quarter was one to forget. Remember, Jay, they led at the break, and now they find themselves on the wrong side of the score.
Yeah, but this game is about next play. If you spend too much time worried about what was, you can't focus on what is. Put that quarter behind you and focus on the task at hand.
To Ball. That's no good. Beverly into the front court. Up 5. To Paul George. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here comes the screen. Ball. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Clippers have the basketball. George to Leonard. Oh, he got a piece of it. That's going to be out of bounds. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 22, Derek Favors.
Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Paul George to Leonard. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Short jumper stays out.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Ball into the front court. The deficit is 6. To Holiday. A drive-by ball, but he can't finish. George to Leonard. Driving right to the basket. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Holiday. Has a look. Shot by Holiday, no good. It's LA Clippers ball. The screen sets him up for two.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Whistle stops play, timeout New Orleans. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
To George.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Can't connect. LA Clippers with the basketball. To Leonard. Beverly. Misfires. It's no good. Ball with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Here comes the screen. Ball to the basket, but a shot won't go. To Marcus Morris. Off the assist.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Ball with it up top. The deficit now up to a dozen. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Holiday. Drew Holiday. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers added a win with today's solid victory. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. The Pelicans couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the New Orleans Pelicans. On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
From the land of Wilt and Kareem and Magic, it's Los Angeles, California and Staples Center. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams.
And Ed, when you think about greatness, you think about this franchise has 16 titles. That's the second highest number in the NBA, but they're making the right moves to hopefully get to 17 soon.
Let's see if this Lakers franchise can recapture the glory. We're ready to go in this one. The opening tip corralled by the Lakers, and we're underway in downtown Los Angeles. To Cousins. Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only two teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Driving right to the basket. LeBron James sends it away. Into the front court comes Rondo. He'll run the offense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Rajon Rondo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Can convert the free throw. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. DeRozan with the basketball. Down 4. LeBron James with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Rondo picked up by Derek White. To Davis. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Derek White in a matchup with Boogie. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Rondo matched up with Derek White. Danny Green to Davis. Anthony Davis, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
DeRozan sizing up Cousins. Here comes the screen. DeRozan, no good. Rondo into the front court. 8-2 our score. To Davis. Oh, I missed a short one there. DeRozan with it. Looking to make something happen. Jay, DeMar DeRozan fell in love with Toronto as a player and a person. But no question, DeRozan's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
He most definitely is, and he will embrace Greg Popovich and also the San Antonio Spurs. But I'm going to read you what DeMar DeRozan said. He said, people say, what are you depressed about? You can buy anything you want. I wish everyone in the world was rich so they would realize money isn't everything. It's about loyalty for DeMar DeRozan.
To DeRozan. LeBron James able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Anthony Davis guarded by Derek White. To James. From long range. No good. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Quinn Cook against the Australian. To Davis. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Here's Davis. Mills in possession. 10-4 is the score. Rises for the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
It's Cook with the basketball. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. For 3, they have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
DeRozan to Aldridge. Short jumper misses. Going to launch beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. Anthony Davis tips it. We're through one from Staples Center with the Lakers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. San Antonio ball. Patty Mills to Rudy Gay. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
I got him.
To Davis. Short jumper off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Rudy Gay. Fires the three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Lakers at the controls right now. Quinn Cook against Patty Mills. Kuzma to Davis. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Dwight Howard, a couple of free throws on the way. 56% for his career. First one, count it.
Number 10, DeMar DeRozan. Subbing in for the
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Mills in possession. 9-point margin. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Lakers ball. To Cousins. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Here's Rondo with it. Leads 5 to James. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Can't connect from inside.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
To DeRozan.
Watch the pick. You see it, you see it.
DeMarcus Cousins with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Down low for Davis.
Double team, double team, double team.
Anthony Davis. 4 out of 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Right now, San Antonio's possession. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Rudy Gay. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And 2 for AD.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
To Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Anthony Davis, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Aldridge. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. Rondo with the basketball. The lead stands at 9. James to Cousins. The drive right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
DeRozan with the basketball. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field. LeBron up against Rudy Gay. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Lakers have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Lakers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Spurs may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Missed threes. Player of the half.
Anthony Davis showed off his timing and athleticism with a lot of blocks. The defense he put on display requires the kind of effort that fans love to see from their team.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
DeRozan with the basketball. His guys down by 9. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now 4 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
It's James controlling the offense. To Davis. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Derek White sizing up Cousins. And he hits.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
To Davis. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
DeRozan with it. His team down 9. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Cook to bring it into the front court. His team up by 7. To Davis. Shot from in close, no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Los Angeles has the basketball. LeBron James matched up with DeRozan. Can't connect from in close. DeRozan with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. DeMar DeRozan now 3 for 9.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Cousins. Danny Green. Off the assist. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
DeRozan. Can't connect. It's Cook with the basketball. Up 5. James up against DeRozan. Short jumper won't fall. Short jumper won't go down. Danny Green matched up with Derek White. To Davis. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 9, Rajon Rondo. Subbing in for
To DeRozan.
Number 11. 1 minute left in the third.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Danny Green to Davis. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Anthony Davis has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. And he makes them both. It's DeRozan controlling the offense. Has a look. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
James, now pass stolen by the Spurs. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Won't go. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
It's DeRozan. To Cunningham. Short jumper stays out. Kuzma to Davis. Good look that time, but off the mark. Trying to cash in, knocks it down. Off the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Lead stands at 7. To Davis. For 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. To DeRozan. Short jumper off the mark. Danny Green matched up with DeRozan. Anthony Davis lets it go. That's usually one that he'll knock down. The follow won't go either. To Rudy Gay. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a look. Can't hit. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range. Spurs will take the timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
You know, Ed, usually in timeouts, you see coaches give these rah-rah speeches. And what happens is it goes through the players left ear and out the right. They don't pay attention. I've been a part of those huddles. What I just saw, though, I saw a coach snap a clipboard. No doubt about it. He has his team's attention.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 23, LeBron James. Stepping in for the Spurs, number 18, Marco Bellinelli.
To Rudy Gay. on the shot clock. Gay's shot off the mark. Los Angeles, they have it. Driving is Rondo, but his shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
To DeRozan. Five to shoot for San Antonio. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Davis. Short jumper misses. To DeRozan. Anthony Davis sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Davis. Swings it. Cousins. That won't go. Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Into the game for the Lakers, number 2.
DeRozan. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
LeBron James, defended by DeMar DeRozan. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First try at the line, no good. Oh, he missed on a pair. Mills in possession. The margin standing now at 7. Rudy Gay slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. And now an intentional foul, so they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And he connects on the first free throw. able to convert on both free throws. DeRozan with it. They trail by 7. He buries it, creating space with the step back. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second. 0 for 2. 17-footer at the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer does indeed go down, but it only affects the final score. This ball game is over. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one by 3. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. As we say, so long.
The Lakers edged out a close victory in today's game. No one should be surprised that we're highlighting all of the shots that were blocked in this contest. It's just amazing how one swat can fire up a team, and even their coach. The Spurs must be devastated after such a close loss. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But what the Lakers did what great teams do best, finish. And whenever the game seemed to start slowing down, they came up with a block that would ignite everyone. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Spurs lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Anthony Davis was just amazing in this game. What other word could you use for someone that played the kind of defense that shut down an entire team? Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And here we've got the upcoming games for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. And how could I not mention all the shots they blocked in this one? You can see the confidence grow with each one, and it really fed into their success as a team. It was a pretty standout way to win. The Spurs are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Anthony Davis could not have been better defensively. The way he blocked shots and stole the ball today is what makes for an all-NBA defensive first-team player.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in. Of course.
Player of the game.
Anthony Davis put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers emerged victorious after a tight finish. No one should be surprised that we're highlighting all of the shots that were blocked in this contest. It's just amazing how one swat can fire up a team, and even their coach. The Spurs finished on the losing end of a close score. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. Check out the leading scores for the San Antonio Spurs. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former Duke national champion. Hasn't paid for a meal in Durham, North Carolina since 2002. It's Jay Williams.
Nor do I plan on paying for a meal anytime soon, my man. But you know what? Free food out here for these guys on the court tonight. They're ready to eat. Let's check out the action.
Jay, I have the tab the next time. Let's do this. Ball is up. The opening tip won by the Warriors. Here comes the screen. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Nuggets have the possession. Jokic matched up with the two-time MVP. Jay, 46 wins, not good enough for Denver.
They could have been a playoff team if Paul Millsap didn't miss a huge chunk of the season. But I will say this about the Nuggets. They have the most underrated backcourt in the NBA when you think about Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. Both guards that can do it off the dribble and are both great leaders.
Nothing going here on that drive. Nikola Jokic swats it. Warriors get it back. Oh, the hustle keeps the ball in play. Murray with it. Trailing by 4. They go to Jokic, down low. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Old school equals high percentage.
Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Green to Thompson. Nothing going here on that drive. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Wiggins. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Millsap. Barton. Jamal Murray, defended by Steph Curry. To Jokic. Oh, Nikola Jokic. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here comes the screen. Curry. Down low, Cauley Stein.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Shot from the lane won't go. Wiggins to Curry. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Andrew Wiggins at the line for 2 shots. A career 74% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Denver ball right now. To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic has it against the former #1 pick. Michael Porter Jr. above the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Livingston to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. To Green. Spinning shot. Won't fall. To Millsap. Nice pass to get things going.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Livingston to Alec Burks. Green. And look out.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that, holds the inside of his forearm and lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Jokic. They get it down to Millsap. Give him 2 points. High percentage. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
And we're still accepting nominations for our community's Teacher of the Year. The winner will receive courtside seats and a halftime presentation in his or her honor. Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 11, Klay Thompson. Subbing in for Denver.
Livingston to Thompson.
Right.
Nikola Jokic sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Jokic. Nikola Jokic. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Nuggets in front. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Let the debate begin, Jay. Michael Porter Jr., steal of the draft for Denver.
Last year, we were talking about this kid easily, by a wide margin, going with the first pick in the draft. This is a gem for the Denver Nuggets.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Livingston across the timeline. Down 6. To Thompson. Screen coming. Trying to cash in. Shot by Thompson misses. Green to Thompson. Paul Millsap with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Thompson. Beyond the arc for 3. Not getting the bounce.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Here we go. I got him.
To Porter.
Screw right.
Monte Morris, defended by Draymond Green.
Watch his back door.
5 seconds to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He misses. Livingston to bring it up. 14-10 the score. Green to Thompson. Nuggets have the possession. To Millsap. The drive right to the basket. Millsap. Oh, Millsap. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Golden State.
Thompson to Curry. Ah, the monster stuff.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Denver's got it. Jamal Murray here against Steph. To Jokic. They'll work it down to Millsap. Oh, Millsap. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Curry with the basketball. Now down 6. Wiggins to Green. Can't connect. Takes it coast to coast and the strong finish at the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Oh, he had it. Murray with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this. He will be one of the future centers in the game.
Curry to Thompson.
Got to get through this spread. Get through it. Get through it.
Ankle check right here.
It's Steph for 2. The screen sets him up for 2. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dell Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and effort.
Substitution being made in this one. To Jokic.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Oh, Nikola Jokic. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Ah, can't miss those. It's Denver's ball. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. To Jokic. Jamal Murray. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Deep three at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Nuggets with the lead.
Thanks, Ed. The Nuggets didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Denver Nuggets. The Warriors did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Field goals.
The Golden State Warriors definitely wouldn't mind having their opponent's field goal percentage. Unlike them, it's been 4 shots and poor effort. It was not a great half. Most of their bricks were laid in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Klay Thompson
Hasn't been able to get his shot to fall yet.
If I was a teammate, I'd be doing my best to remind him he's still got 2 more quarters to change things around. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that happen. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Murray into the front court. His team on top by 8. To Millsap. Oh, he had him there for a second. Oh, Millsap. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Here comes the screen. Thompson to Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken by Millsap. Nuggets with the basketball. Jamal Murray defended by the Canadian Wiggins. Sizing up the defense. Jokic. Jumper's good.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Thompson to Green. Nikola Jokic sends it away. 4th this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Wiggins. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I got ball.
Jokic to Millsap. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Warriors have the basketball. Curry. Pass there, taken away by Denver. Shot from the lane won't go. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Curry to bring it up. The deficit now up to 12. To Thompson. Curry. Oh, good offense, beating good defense. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit it.
It's Curry controlling the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Curry to Green. Fine to shoot. Curry. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Gary Harris against the former Cougar. Down low, Jokic. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
So you must now visit our team website for more details.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Denver.
Curry. Short jumper won't go down.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Jokic. To Porter. 4-3. Knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Nuggets have the possession.
I got so far.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Steph lets loose. That's no good. Monte Morris takes aim at Livingston. Slam dunk, Sean Livingston. Long heave from three-quarters court. Third quarter comes to an end. And the Nuggets feeling good right now. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the fourth quarter. And not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
Short jumper off the mark. Martin into the front court. His guys leading by 14 to Jokic. Short jumper misses. Livingston across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Alec Burks. Wiggins. Cauley-Stein powers it through. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic. Tough make through traffic.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Livingston. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Kevon Looney has got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Number 30, Stephen Curry.
Denver ball right now. Probing the defense. To Jokic. Shot from in close, no good. Here's Curry with it up top. Down 12. Nothing going here on that drive. Curry to Wiggins. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Thompson. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Down a dozen. Count the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Nuggets have the possession. Jamal Murray defended by Steph Curry. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jokic. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. To Jokic. And scores.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 5, Will Barton. Subbing in for Golden State, number 23.
Not that time. Millsap, tough matchup with Draymond Green. They go to Jokic, down low. Off the assist.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Curry into the front court, trailing by 14. To Green. Curry to Thompson. Curry. That's good D. Shot no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Jokic. Willie Cauley-Stein snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Okay, you got a big screen.
Denver with 4 to shoot. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Green down to Cauley-Stein. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Willie Cauley-Stein at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Career mark of 64%. Free throw up and good, and the lead's back down to 13. Denver's got it. To Will Barton. Draymond Green rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Curry into the front court, trailing by 15. Nothing going here on that drive. Thompson to Green. Curry can't go down. Smothering defense. It's the Nuggets who come away victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose
And I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Nuggets.
Put on a show in a blowout.
The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Denver Nuggets. The Warriors seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Check out the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Assists.
The Denver Nuggets
Played fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.